Hey there, how's it going? Welcome to Smartsheet. This is our collaborative online spreadsheet, which allows us to look at what we're doing, what's coming up, how many, because that's real important for all of us readers. It's a tool that's put together and managed by the production team so they have a clue as to what's going on, what's coming up, how many, etc., and to help direct us and do their assignments. You're going to receive your logins via an email, and it'll give you the link, your login information. You click on the link, it goes to this page, and then you're going to, of course, input that, hit login, and it will go to this beautiful page here. We're concerned about a lot of information on this page. Most importantly will be things like when's it coming, when's it due, and how many are there. So let's look really quickly at what we've got here. A really long list. This particular season, exceptionally busy. Biggest one yet. Many of the controls that you use in regular spreadsheet travel, so things like control end, control home, will take you to bottom and top just like it will on a regular spreadsheet. So we hit control end. We notice that this year there are 1,207 total ceremonies going on. Too many to sort through by hand and go, wait, here's my name, I'm going to copy this and put it into something else. Like, no, don't do that. Let's go through the sheet really quickly. We've got ceremony name, which will be the name of the school and what season. Most of these are for the spring and some for the summer. Pronoun status, has it been started, delivered, etc., etc. Where is the recording coming from? So recording from either a graduate list, which will be an Excel spreadsheet, which would be emailed to you, or on the marching order website. Either way, we can work with it. It's not a big deal. Reader 1 will be the first reader that's in the list. Reader 2, if a school wants to have 2 different readers, or there are a lot of names, more than one person can necessarily handle, along with other schools, then it'll get split up into 2. And the next column, record list date. This is when the list from the school is due to you, the reader, and about generally 1 week later, roughly 7 days, recording complete date. These are a little bit flexible. Most of the time they'll show up on time, sometimes a little bit early. Sometimes with a school, they'll have a delay. It'll show up a couple days later. Then you'll also get a couple of extra days on the backside to be able to complete it. They want to make sure you can cover it, and they'll work with the school on that. And let's see, recording types. Most of them are going to be really straightforward. Graduate, full name only. The name that's there, read it the best you absolutely can. We'll cover that in another one. They also have other recording types. Sometimes you'll get, it's called Latin honors, which will be like the summa cum laude, magna cum laude, all that stuff. More instruction on that also in another one. And these generally, if you have the 3, cum laude, those will get appended to names by the person processing all the names for us. So you'll only record them once, 3 different names, they get appended throughout. Other things can happen. There are doctoral scripts. So-and-so, Dr. So-and-so of this particular school, hooded by Dr. So-and-so, other things like that. And then you also have sometimes award scripts. So-and-so receiving this award for that thing, yada, yada, yada. Not too many schools do it. Some do, some don't. The biggest thing, though, is going to be graduate full name only. And the other one we're really concerned about, estimated names. This will be strictly an estimate. It'll be sometimes really close. A lot of times there will be quite a few fewer. And sometimes there will be a few more. But this gives you a ballpark to estimate, okay, I'm getting it here, I'm supposed to turn it in here, and I've got this number of names. Holy cow, I'm going to be busy. Or, there are other ones which are much smaller. So it gives you a good guideline as to what you're going to be doing for the next couple of weeks, kind of thing. Now, for the fun part. You look through this and you go, how do I get to me? Where am I in all this? Here we go. You can do a search, you can find your name, but then it's just going to go randomly through the thing, and you're trying to figure out, okay, then what? Best thing to do, hit filter. Hit filter will do this for you. Now, in the Reader 1 and Reader 2, your name will appear in one column or the other, never both at the same time. So, computers being what they are, they're so darn literal. All conditions, we don't want to have that. We want to have show rows that match at least one condition. So, it may be in Reader 1 or Reader 2. We leave it like that. Select field. We want to go Reader 1. I'm going to pick my name. 2. Pick my name again. Hit apply. And lo and behold, I now have a list of 133 rows that meet the conditions of I'm in one or the other. So I scroll through, and there we go. And these are all mine. Now, a couple of things you can do. You can just look at it as it is. Another thing you can do if you wanted to, if you're really adventurous and good with things like sorting, etc. in spreadsheets, since we can't really manipulate data here, you can come in, copy, go to another spreadsheet, a regular spreadsheet, just make sure that everything is going to be in columns properly. Yay. And lo and behold, you have a whole spreadsheet all by yourself. So this you can go ahead and manipulate any way you want. Optimize row width. So you can actually read the thing. Here we go. And if you're going to do any sorting, do it the way you want. I would suggest at least sort on the when is it due column, because that'll give you good landmarks to follow. So that would be sort. I'm going to just do key 1, which will be column G. And you see there's a little bit of change as everything gets into order here. Now, if you're really adventurous and you want to have some fun, you can do totals off of the number of names. Don't worry about the script so much. There generally aren't that many. But definitely, you could do this. Just remembering, this is totals for the school. And if you have 2 readers, you're going to have to cut that in half. So you can do, what I've done is do a copy. Just do this equals that. Whoops, no, not the whole thing, just that one. And then copy it all the way down. Where'd you go? Boom. And then if you're going to figure out which ones, that's special. Okay. So I know there are 2 readers there. So I can do a divide by 2. 614 and a half. Yep. That half a kid, he only gets half his name. I'm sorry. Then you can copy and paste that in the different spots where you've got 2 readers. Then you can do your sum, right? Do a whole, sum the column and figure out approximately how many names you've got. It can be pretty amazing sometimes. Don't forget to save it and all that good stuff. But that pretty much sums up what we're doing today with the, where'd you go? With this, it comes up as pronounce reader details because we are pro-announcers, gosh darn it. And this will get you valuable information. This changes constantly, too, during the season, especially at the very beginning through the tail end. I'm recording this at the tail end, so there's a lot here. It starts off small, and it just goes. So be aware, check it often, and take a look. Sometimes you will find that there'll be one on the list that you haven't received. It might be a day late. Feel free to, very nicely contact the production team and say, hey, I noticed this hasn't come yet. Is it coming? Sometimes what will happen is, oh, you know what? The school's delayed it, so it's not going to come until next week or a couple days from now. Sometimes they'll cancel. Bummer. Or they may make a change and say, yeah, we went ahead and with a school reader. If you look down here, that is somewhere. Oh, wait. And the filter. Get rid of the filter. There we go. There are a couple of schools that do have those. You can't find one very quickly. Oh, there we go. School provided reader. Be school provided for the announcer. But that's the Smartsheet in a nutshell. Use it as a tool to help plan your day, or plan your month, 2 months, 3 months. Use this as a tool to plan your work and enjoy it. Any questions, feel free to contact the production team, and wishing you happy pronunciation.